This is Ashley with Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 times Robot Chicken made fun of anime.
Come on, honey, the Red Wings game is on.
No, Dad, I'm watching Inuyasha. Yellow brick tornado!
Tetsuo!
For this list, we'll be going over the instances when the stop-motion animated series Robot Chicken parodied or referenced anime. If there's any anime parodies we forgot to include, be sure to make fun of us in the comments below. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below. Number 10, Digimon Tron. Tron Legacy focuses on Sam Flynn following his father Kevin into the digital game world of Tron. And that's about as much as anyone remembers, other than the soundtrack. Robot Chicken lampoons the film by mashing it with Digimon Digital Monsters, an anime series that also features characters entering a digital dimension.
Where am I?
You're in the digital world, like a game grid but on PCP. I'm Koromon, a Digimon. Digivolve me into a little yellow dinosaur and we...
In the sketch, Kevin spends years stuck in the creature-filled digital world. He passed the time by coupling with Digimon.
Pokemon was the most gentle, but I say that within the context of it being terrible.
But before Kevin can return home, his son Sam reveals the electric company is about to kill the power at the arcade that keeps the digital world alive. As the Digimon break down, Kevin hilariously embraces death.
Son, it is still a sweet release. At last, I'll know peace.
Oh, this isn't peaceful at all! Oh my god!
While the sketch leans more into the Tron side of the parody, it's still an entertaining combo. Number 9, Sailor Earth. As any fan will tell you, the Sailor Scouts are named after the celestial bodies in the solar system, except Earth. That is, until now. While eating at a mall food court, the magical girls are attacked by a food vendor who becomes a giant churro. All of a sudden, a nearby man who claims to be Sailor Earth comes to their aid. After transforming, Sailor Earth shows that his powers are based on human qualities like obesity, alcoholism, and racism.
Earth power, racism! Nice poncho essay. How many pesos did it cost? Or did you just steal it off the dead burro, you...
You cannot say those things!
Oh, racism doesn't exist anymore?
But it's his ability to summon unintended consequences that ultimately defeats the Churro Man.
Oh! Law of unintended consequences, or whatever.
Wow, he did it! Oh, but the food court will be uninhabitable for weeks!
The sketch is a hilarious and disturbing take on an untapped part of Sailor Moon. We just wish he and humanity weren't so terrible. Number 8, Henry Kissinger Pokémon. Pokémon battles usually involve various monsters fighting one another at the behest of their human trainers. We just didn't expect to see the perpetually youthful Ash Ketchum encounter an unexpected opponent during this sketch. While he chooses his customary Pikachu, his foe sends out former US Secretary of State Henry Kissinger.
Henry Kissinger, I choose you!
We should take advantage of the Sino-Soviet split and open relations with China.
That's...
Instead of repeating his name aloud and using special attacks, Kissinger yells out controversial events that occurred during his administration. Ash and Pikachu are quickly overwhelmed by these historical facts and a barrage of aircraft bombs.
We should bomb Cambodia and Laos without telling Congress.
Ash should have used an Attorney General type Pokemon. They're super effective against controversial secretaries of state.
Did I just learn something?
Number 7, Speed Racer joins NASCAR. Given that Speed Racer is a classic show about racing, combining the anime with NASCAR is a natural comedic matchup. This sketch features the title character joining the racing sport and really shaking things up. Although his tactics are both questionable and destructive, he proves to be a ratings hit. The sketch lampoons everything from NASCAR fans' apparent enjoyment of crashes to Japan's bizarre taste in erotica. But the sketch really excels at parodying every aspect of Speed Racer. Racer X's easily discerned identity? Check.
Don't worry, Speed. Help is on the way from a mysterious ally.
Hey, everybody! Give Speed Racer's secret brother some room!
Go help your secret brother, Racer X.
Boy, I wish I had a secret brother like Racer X.
Speed and Company's distinctive speech pattern? Check.
It is my goal to drive my car the fastest using all the RPMs at my disposal and cross the finish line before the other cars, which will result in me winning many races.
Spittle and Chim Chim stowing away in the Mach 5? Oh, yeah, that's dark. Number 6, Piccolo gets busted. During the first arc of Dragon Ball Z, then alien anti-hero Piccolo kidnaps Goku's son Gohan in order to train him, all in the hope of getting him stronger before the Saiyans arrive. This sketch sees police and child protective services arrive just as the combat training starts to get physical. They arrest Piccolo for child abuse, brainwashing, and feeding Gohan senzu beans. While the beans restore a fighter's energy in the series, the authorities mistake them for a new kind of drug. As bad as Mr. Piccolo's actions are within the context of the show, reframing them in this sketch makes his kidnapping seem so much worse. At least it's funnier for us, though.
Want some McDonald's?
No need! Mr. Piccolo gives me all the senzu beans I can eat!
Whoa, kid, they don't need to know about the senzu beans.
Number 5, Pokémon Daycare. The Pokémon Daycare is one of the odder features of the Pokémon games and anime. Basically, you leave your Pokémon with an elderly caretaker, and when you come back, there's an egg with no explanation of how it got there. This sketch plays the process up to the natural conclusion. In the parody, not only do some of the Pokémon who stay there engage in roleplay, but the old people running the facility apparently record the Pokémon's late-night activities.
These two were into roleplay. I have a shed full of props and costumes.
It's not too surprising that aspiring Pokémon breeder Brock is into the idea a little bit more than his friends.
Pikachu!
Number 4, Sailor Moon's Thorny villains. Over a series of 3 sketches in the Joint Point episode, we see Sailor Moon villains getting a little too, well, let's say, excited about her. The first sketch sees her confronted by a villain on the street. After her elaborate transformation sequence causes him to have a visible, reaction, they both become too embarrassed to fight.
In the name of the moon, I will punish. Oh my God!
When the villain is yelled at by his boss Queen Beryl in the second sketch, her anger gets him excited again.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I kind of like it when you yell at me. It's hot.
And when the Queen is alone in the third sketch, her body shows how interested she is at the prospect of defeating Sailor Moon. Her unexpected and very visible physical reaction prompts her to remark that anime is weird. You'll get no arguments from us, Beryl.
Anime sure is weird.
Number 3, Voltron gets served. The sketch begins with members of Team Voltron assembling their giant mech to protect a space station from enemy ships. But they're surprised to see a monster arrive on the scene. Instead of fighting them, the huge creature challenges them to an impromptu dance-off. They try to serve each other while a parody version of DMX's Get It On The Floor plays in the background. Although the song was later changed, the dance-off is still hilarious. While Voltron has better moves than you'd think for a metal robot, their opponent styles all over them. We don't know where the idea of this sketch came from, but we're glad it exists. Number 2, Anime Christmas. On Christmas Eve, Santa falls down a chimney and into the house where Goku and his young son Gohan live.
Is that Santa on the roof?
Well, if not, I got a present for him.
Santa! Santa!
Oh, my mother! knee.
After teaching the kids some colorful new words, Santa enlists their aid to fight against some villains who stole his presents/pants. The ensuing anime battle is action-packed and hilarious.
Spirit Boy!
It all culminates in a fight against the true enemy, Mrs. Claus. Although Robot Chicken tends to be short and sweet with its sketches, this holiday-themed story takes its time. It pays off by being a great parody of both Christmas and anime tropes. Before we get to our number one pick, here are a few honorable mentions. What Pikachu and Squirtle actually think. Every actor wants a little variety in their dialogue.
Pika Pika! Squirtle! 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 What the f*** am I saying? No, I mean it! This makes no sense at all!
Spring of the Drowned Nerd. A nerd meets Ranma one half.
Just like the classic anime Ranma Nibo Inoichi, whoever bathes in the spring of drowned girl will become an awesomely sexy lady. So the question is, do I want to be an awesomely sexy lady?
Astro Boy Presentation. When it's put like this, the concept does seem pretty creepy.
You know what would have made a greater super weapon? A full-grown man robot with a f***ing shirt, you sick son of a bitch.
Shall I show him my cannon, sir?
No.
The greatest Pokemon generation. The sketch that made Pokemon fans feel old.
You know, when we were kids, there were only 150 Pokemon.
Actually, there were 151 Pokemon from the start.
Tiny gets in shape. You would think that G-Force had a fitness regimen.
Okay, here we go!
That is terribly gross.
How embarrassing.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. A dad discovers Inuyasha. One of the true greats. A middle-aged man is annoyed that his daughter is watching Inuyasha when he wants to watch a hockey game.
Come on, honey, the Red Wings game is on.
No, Dad, I'm watching Inuyasha.
Kagome, you look similar to Kikyu.
Inuyasha, I am just a schoolgirl.
Curse Kaidi's magic. Without the Jewel of the Four Souls, I'll never become a full demon.
Despite his initial disinterest, he appears to get more and more into it over the course of the episode. He eventually goes into full fanboy mode. The dad buys the DVDs, skips work to watch episodes, begins dressing as Inuyasha, and even roleplays as the character with his wife in bed.
Do you like the meatloaf, dear?
I'm pretending it's demon food since I'm half demon.
Oh, Barry. Call me Inuyasha.
Yes, Inuyasha?
Yeah, Kagome, I'm giving it to you.
Kill me, Inuyasha!
Oh, I'm doing you, Kagome.
The way this builds and builds until it's hilariously revealed that expressing interest in his daughter's shows was all according to his master plan is pure genius.
And Dad wins.
So do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.